Hello guys, it's Sam. Welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I have a very exciting video for you guys, and that is a 24 things to learn before 2024. As you guys know, I am someone who always likes to post New Year's content and Christmas content and any type of content there is early because I feel like it's the best way to get in the holiday spirit and start planning for the new year. In this case, I have spent many hours on Pinterest and just thinking about everything that I would like to learn before 2024, and I came up with 24 lessons to share with you guys that I think would really benefit myself and help me get into a better routine. With that being said, I will have all my 2024 content linked down below, as well as some of my Christmas content, because Christmas is approaching so fast and I'm so excited. And if you don't celebrate Christmas, then these New Year's videos could be a really good thing to watch as well, just to get you excited and refreshed for the new year. With all that being said, let's get right into this video. So the first thing I have on my list is to pick your own flowers. Now, I don't mean this literally, although it is an amazing thing to pick your own flowers and buy yourself flowers, but I mean this in more of a metaphor type of way. Basically, what I'm saying is you are your own person. You can do anything you set your mind to, and you are in control of what happens. So when I say pick your own flowers, I'm actually just saying allow yourself to realize that you have the power to allow things to happen. You have the power to welcome things in your life, and you have the power to push them away. Picking your own flowers, in my mind and how I like to think about it, is, yeah, of course, go to the store and buy yourself some flowers, because trust me, that really does help. And I am a huge advocate on buying yourself flowers because that is so nice and there's nothing wrong with that. But I'm saying it more right now as in believe in yourself and know that you have the power to do anything as long as you set your mind to it and as long as you recognize that you are actually in control. So basically what this means and how I'm saying it might not necessarily make sense, but this was just like the best phrase I was able to come up with, because you really have the power. You just have to allow yourself to believe it. The next thing I have is you will do things in your own time. What do I mean by this? I'm going to use an example because it's the best way I can explain it. I was going through something very personal in my life and everybody was telling me, just do that, or oh, just do this and it'll get better. And until I was ready to actually make that change, until I was ready to actually hear what they were saying, it went in one ear and out the other. Don't get me wrong, I was listening, I was taking everyone's advice, and I knew that what those people were telling me in this situation was 100% right. But until I was ready to actually hear something and accept it, it was not going to do anything for me. And I want to emphasize that that's okay. Just listening to advice sometimes can make you go from here to here without you even realizing it. But what I realized is that everything will come in the right time. Timing really is a very big factor, whether we realize it or not, and it could be with many different things. I'm just saying that if you're going through something, 99% of the time, in my opinion, it is about your mindset. But until you as a person are ready to accept something or to change something, it's not going to happen until you're ready. So basically all I'm saying by this is that's okay, and you will get things done within your own time, and there's nothing wrong with that. The next one I have is replace I don't want to with I get to. This was a big one that I learned in 2023, especially because in 2023 I went through a lot of changes and it was hard for me to stay motivated at some points. I actually ended up doing something that I like to call the I get to method. And this is not something I made up. I have seen so many people talk about it on TikTok and YouTube, but it's something I started implementing into my own life and it really has helped. Basically what I do, for example, if I wake up and I don't want to go to the gym, I'll look at myself and I'll say, okay, I acknowledge I don't want to go, but I get to go. I get to wake up early. I get to get out of bed and go on a run. Even though it's things that I might not necessarily want to do, I am lucky to be able to go do those things, and that actually helps me stay motivated and realize how grateful and thankful I am to be able to do those things. Again, that has to do with changing your mindset about what you may be doing, and it's something that has helped me out so much. Number 4, I have listen to your body. This is a big one. I feel like listening to your body is something that a lot of people underlook, and it's something that is so important, especially in today's day and age. Listening to your body is so important, and I'm going to explain this by my working out method. So there's certain days, like I was saying, that I don't want to go to the gym. There are certain days where I can't go to the gym. The importance to recognize is the I don't want to and the I cannot. Listening to my body would be recognizing that on, let's say, Monday, I don't want to go to the gym, but I am able to, and my body's not telling me that I shouldn't. Then there's days where my body is going to tell me to rest. On those days, I learned to allow myself to listen to my body. And what I've actually noticed is that that helps me out more. When I listen to my body and when I actually understand what it's telling me, I saw so much more progress. Number 5, I have appreciate appreciate the little things. Appreciating the little things is something that I've been saying in my videos for a very long time now, but it's something I always like to remind myself of because there's little things that happen all the time, and I feel like when I really recognize those little things, it really just makes my day and my routine and my life a lot happier because I'm allowing myself to realize everything that's actually going on that is very good. Number 6, I have failure is okay. This is a big one for me because I feel like everyone has been in a time in their life where maybe something didn't go as planned. And trust me, I've been there too. I go through it so much, if I'm being honest with you guys. And in the past, I would always say to myself, oh my gosh, I failed again, or I can't believe I did this wrong again. Now I like to realize failure as something that is actually going to help me grow. It's more of a mindset type of thing, but when I did start to implement that type of mindset and change in words in my head, I actually started to realize how true the statement was. Without failing, I would have never gotten to where I am today, and every single time I failed, I didn't give up, and as long as you don't give up when you fail and you keep going, you will succeed. So what I learned is failure actually makes you stronger and will lead you to success. Number 7, I have trust your gut. Trusting your gut is something that is a little hard for me that I want to definitely get better at, but trusting your gut is something that I feel like can be very beneficial as long as you know when it is your actual gut talking. Now that can be very hard, and I'm still working through that, but trusting your gut is something that I definitely want to get better at this year, and I'm still kind of learning, so I'm not going to talk too much about it, but I wanted to include it in this video because I've seen how beneficial it could be. Number 8, I have stay focused on the people who love you, not those that don't. And I don't mean this in a mean way. I'm just saying don't allow negativity into your life. There's going to be people that don't like me. There's going to be people that don't want to be around me, and that's okay. But I don't need to waste my time thinking about that type of negativity, especially when it is out of my control. And I don't mean that in a mean way. I'm just saying I would rather focus on the people that do and surround my life with good and positive people and things. Number 9, I have believe in yourself. Believing in yourself is something I talk about in mainly every single one of my videos in one way or another, whether you realize it or not, and it is something that I will always state. When you believe in yourself, the game changes. You really do have the power to do anything that you set your mind to, but you have to believe in yourself. For example, I lost 60 pounds this year, and up until, again, I was ready to make that change, I actually started believing that I was able to do something. I really wasn't able to do it, and it was a mindset thing. Like I'm saying, a lot of this is about your mindset, but it came down to me actually flipping the switch in my head and realizing that I can do whatever I set my mind to. When I started believing in myself is when I actually started seeing the results. And I mentioned this in another one of my videos, but in order to do that, I actually made a video of myself telling myself every single day, I can do this. And I put it in my weight loss video, which I'll link down below if you guys want to go watch that video. But it was basically just a video of me from the start of my weight loss journey to the end of it. And in the whole entire video, I would say, I can do this, or I believe in myself. And don't get me wrong, in the beginning, it was the biggest lie I ever said. But what I was doing was I was tricking my mind, and eventually my mind actually started to believe it. And you can see it in that video because in that video, in the beginning, I was looking to the side a lot. And when you say things to yourself and you're looking to the side, it's an indication of lying. Somebody commented that on that video. I was like, oh my gosh, I never actually realized that. But then when I watched it back, I was like, that is so true. And towards the end of the video, when I finally said I did it and I was happy, I was looking directly at the camera. My eyes did not move. And you can see the difference in how I was saying it. I was more confident. The more you believe in yourself, the more confident you're going to be, which will show on the inside, which allows it to show on the outside. Number 10, I have find people that love you like you love them. Find positive people that want you to succeed and are happy for your success. Because from my experience, whether it's just them giving you a pat on the shoulder when you need it, or giving you some words of encouragement or something like that, it's really beneficial to have those types of people. So when you find people that will give you the same energy that you give them, it'll actually help you to succeed with your goals a lot more. Number 11, I have notice your accomplishments and be proud of yourself. I feel like a lot of the time, many people are just hard on themselves. Many people will only think about what went wrong or think about the negative. And that is something that is so bad because the more and more you allow yourself to just focus on the negative, it can actually make the negative get a lot worse. When we allow ourselves to be proud of ourselves for certain things, reward ourselves for those things, and notice our accomplishments, yeah, don't get me wrong, the negative still may be going on, but there's also something that allows you to smile, and happiness is so important. Being proud of yourself is so important, and I just want every single one of you guys to know that I am proud of you, and I know you can do whatever you set your mind to. Number 12, I have be confident in your own skin. This is a really hard one for me sometimes, but I just want you guys to know that you have the power, again, to do anything you set your mind to, and being confident when it comes from within really really does make you shine in a certain way and in a completely different way, and people will start to notice. I've had many times in my life when people would come up to me and be like, what are you doing differently? You're like shining, or you're glowing. And my responses would be, I just feel really good about myself, or I just feel very confident in my skin. And that is something that is so cool to recognize, because I want all of you guys to be confident in who you are and remember that you're amazing. Number 13, I have make sleep more important. I feel like a lot of people, and myself included, do not make sleep a priority. Sleep can actually be a very beneficial thing that will help you get to your goals a lot faster, because when I prioritize sleep, I actually do see very good health benefits when it's actually in a routine and not just once in a while me getting good sleep, but I'm always getting good sleep. Then I see very big changes, and it's for the good. I just want to say right now, I'm not certified in anything that I'm talking about. I'm talking from my own experiences, so please keep that in mind, but that is what I've seen works for me. Number 14, I have remember why you started. Remembering why you started could be something that goes hand in hand with motivation. Whenever you might need a little push or some more motivation, it's really good to remember that there's a reason why you started. And sometimes what I've realized, especially with my weight loss journey, is when I thought about why I started, it would allow me to keep going and want to get to my goal, because when you give up, you have to start over. But if you don't give up, you won't have to start over. And sometimes just that little question to yourself, why did I start, can actually help you and motivate you to want to keep going. That goes right into my next one, number 15, which is set goals. Setting goals is so important, whether it's 1 goal, 2 goals, 3 goals. What I like to do is I like to do big goals and then small goals, short goals, and long goals. What that means is I can have a really big goal. For example, one of my goals is to hit 100K on YouTube. That would be one of my longer and bigger goals. And one of my smaller goals to go to the gym 6 times a week instead of 5 times a week. And that could be one of my short-term goals, which I try to start implementing now and get on a steady routine to go to the gym within 6 months. So that is what I mean by short-term versus long-term. Number 16, I have do things that make you happy. I feel like it's very important to remember that even though we might have goals, even though we might have to go to work or go to school, there is still time in the day to do things that make you happy. And I always like to set at least an hour aside, if not the bare minimum 30 minutes aside, to do something that makes me happy, because it really does help me with my routine, and it's actually been a part of my routine. So whether it's baking cookies or going on an extra run or going on a walk or spending time with my friends, whatever it is, doing something that makes me happy really does actually make me become more successful, because I'm allowing myself to get things I need to get done, but also allowing myself to do things that I want to do. Number 17, I have stay in a routine. I have noticed that when I stay in a routine, I am more successful, I reach my goals faster, and I just feel better about myself. So this year, I really want to be able to stay in a routine and stick to it. Number 18, I have fuel your body. This one was a hard one for me. I'm not really gonna talk much about fueling your body just because it is a sensitive subject, but I know that fueling my body is very important, and that is something I am trying to implement more into my daily routine. Number 19, I have learn self-love. Self-love is so important, and when you love yourself, it really does allow you to shine on the inside and again on the outside. Like I said before, all of these things really do come down to self-confidence, self-love, and your mindset. When you are allowing yourself to actually love yourself, it will show and it will radiate to other people, and you deserve to feel the best that you can feel. And I want every single one of you guys to love yourself and to say to yourself every single day that you do love yourself, because I promise it is a mindset thing and you deserve to be happy. Number 20, I have always say how you feel. And even if you don't want to say it out loud, I just mean recognize your feelings, whether it's journaling, writing down your feelings, asking yourself questions, having time to recognize your feelings and think about what would make you happier, what would make you get to your goal faster. When we recognize our feelings, it can actually help. Number 21, I have journal and gratitude. So I'm someone who loves journaling. I love saying affirmations, which is basically me saying I believe in myself, or I'm so happy and grateful now that I am confident in my own skin. It's basically saying positive things in the present tense as if they are already yours. It's something I do every single morning, every single night, and I really like it. Another thing I always like to do is my gratitude, because I'm someone who really believes that it's really important to also be thankful for everything that does go on in life. And I just like to write down 3 things every single day that I'm grateful for, and then also jot down my feelings as well. Journaling has helped me out so much, and I would highly recommend it. Number 22, which is say positive things to yourself. Sometimes it's just nice to look at yourself in the mirror and saying things to yourself to remind yourself, I can do this, I am confident, I believe in myself. Those things can actually change your mindset and can actually actually really help you and get you closer to your goals in a shorter amount of time. Number 23, I have spread love. We live in a world where love isn't always seen, and it's a really unfortunate thing, but I think it's very important to recognize that and to just remember to spread kindness, to spread love, because we don't always know the whole story, and doing something kind, showing somebody extra love, especially showing yourself extra love, can change a person's whole day and can actually really help. At number 24, the last one I have is do not give up. Whoever you are, whatever your goal may be, please do not give up. And in the times that you feel like you might want to, remember, why did you start? Why are you doing it? And what is your goal? What is the outcome? And then think about, if I stop now, I have to start over. Don't get me wrong, I know motivation can be very hard. I am someone who isn't the best with motivation all the time either. I feel like a lot of people can agree with that. But just remember that believing in yourself and knowing that you can do something that you set your mind to will really help. And as long as you do not give up, you will never fail. That is my 24 things that I want to learn or learn more of, or just get into a routine in 2024. Let me know down below what you guys think, if I should add anything to this list, or what you want to learn in 2024, and we can kind of talk about them together. Also, let me know your goals for 2024, because we could talk about those as well. If you stayed up until this point of the video, thank you so much. I hope this helped in some way, and I will see you guys really soon in my next video. Bye.